Now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome everyone back to another episode of CSGO News. This is the series where I show and tell you guys what's been going on in the CSGO community this past week. And that of course can have anything to do with the CSGO pro scene, the CSGO community market, or really any tradable item to be exact, if that's a case drastically increasing or decreasing in price due to market manipulation, fake hypes, or of course overall rapid growth. It's good for you, the viewer, and the community to know those differences in case you want to go into those, for example, or sell off some of the ones you have right now. And of course, any updates Valve related to a future operation, or of course Source 2 and everything we know right now. But in today's video, it's going to be a little different, and it's going to be based around the community market and specifically market manipulation. And right off the bat, it's not going to be the same market manipulation you're thinking of where someone's behind the scenes scheming everything. It was actually by accident by a few people in the community. At least that's what I suspect, and I'm going to give my thoughts and opinions on this matter. Now, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit that like button and of course subscribe. Before we go any further into the commentary, here's a quick word from our video sponsor, SkinsMonkey. Now, today's video sponsor is of course SkinsMonkey. SkinsMonkey is currently the easiest and also fastest way you can buy, but most importantly, trade your CSGO skins. All you have to do is make sure you have your trade link, and on your first trade, if you have a leftover balance, it goes towards your current balance that can be used the next time you end up trading skins. It has 3 ways you can inspect, but most importantly has a very in-depth inspect feature that you can see corners on a karambit, for an example, that you can't really see otherwise unless you have the item in game. If you end up topping up your balance, make sure to use promo code MANDO to get up to a 35% deposit bonus and a free $5 on the first trade. So as you guys can tell by the thumbnail and title of today's video, people in the community and of course YouTubers are manipulating the market, but it's not as you seem, of course. This came to my attention by a thread on Reddit, and if this video does seem familiar, I just made CSGO news yesterday. This, of course, was up next, and I feel like it had to get covered very soon. People that were wondering this on my YouTube comments, people were wondering, why are these cases going up so fast? Why are these cases rapidly growing over the course of the past 48 hours? And well, 3 cases the past 48 hours, that being the Chroma case, Fracture case, and well, the Snakebite case have all gone up due to a couple people. That is, of course, TrilluXe and TDM Jesus, according to this Reddit thread on the CSGO market forum just the past 48 hours. And apparently on September 4th, a YouTuber named TrilluXe made a video on his current case investments, and he talked about the Fracture and Snakebite case because they are his hot favorites apparently, and how he thinks they're going to get moved to the rare drop pool soon, which is pretty interesting. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like they would, but you never really know with the clutch case being so old. I feel like they might want to make some new gloves and kind of replace the clutch case with something new, kind of some new blood in there, if that makes any sense. But he goes on to say that the Fracture case is more likely because the Snakebite case is more unboxed frequently. He also likes the Fracture case unboxing as a streamer, which is pretty cool. And of course, those all got hyped up quite a bit in price, as we can take a look at on the market. Here's the Snakebite case. It's now 15 cents. And this rose from 12 cents to 15, nothing crazy. I mean, it had an all-time high of 16, and quite a few were sold at 16 cents, but as a 4 or 5 cent difference, it's not anything too crazy, but it's something to keep note of, especially when cases are this cheap in price. The Fracture case, of course, also at 20 cents. This has really seen a hype. I think this probably the most, being 13 cents a couple days before his video, now is over 20 cents. That is a crazy price increase. That's literally 50% just the past couple of days. And of course, you have the Chroma case as well, where TDM Jesus made a couple of videos where he unboxed a Sapphire, and he pretty much marked up this case by another 20 cents. It was like $1.26, now it's $1.45, and it's really going up from there, but it's also dropped back down a lot in price. But this is a little different than some of the newer cases we're talking about, and now this is kind of the second segment of today's video, where this market manipulation wasn't really market manipulation in a way where people were kind of scheme things behind the scenes and making a lot of money off of it. People on YouTube the past day, I've seen clickbait the ever-living crap out of these YouTubers and pretty much saying they're market manipulators or whatever, and then you get to their video and they're like, well, this is what happened, and then after at the end of the video you're like, this isn't really what happened, it's just how it was. And me as a YouTuber looking at this, I'm like, that just doesn't really make any sense. I don't know why they're talking about that, but essentially what happened with my eyes, especially something like the Chroma case, TDM Jesus didn't mean to do this, neither did this TrilluXe guy. They're just content creators who like skins and have a very large following, it seems, and whenever they talk about something in a good manner or really a high fashion, that item is going to go up. It doesn't really matter. You take Fells for an example and the fart spray, you take Suka with the CS20 case. Some are memes, some are legit, some are false. We'll never really know at the end of the day, will we? The Chroma case with TDM Jesus' situation, because the quantity is under 10K, and I've said this really with anything, like the breakout case, for an example, is a really good example of this. Because it's so low in quantity, if someone were to buy up 1,000 of these, the price is going to drastically change in the Steam market, versus if you bought 1,000, snakebite cases, it might only change a couple of cents, where it could change up to $1 if you bought 1,000 of these, of the Chroma cases anyway, on the Steam market. And well, coming from a YouTuber's perspective, and I can say that now, I guess, at my level, which is kind of cool, but I've had this happen to me in the past, and it's actually partially why I've had to stop making videos where I talk about certain skins, for an example, as a play skins investment inside of CS. This is kind of what I started making videos on when I first started viewing YouTube, but I started realizing when I hit, I believe, 6 or 7K subs on YouTube, where if I talked about a certain skin for at least longer than 10 minutes, or a case, or a sticker, people could take that the wrong way, go buy those up. It would look really bad on me. So overall, really only a few YouTubers are really going to abuse the situation and abuse their power to really pull the strings behind the scenes. We will never really know if that's the case, because at the end of the day, they could just have 3 or 4 alt accounts. We never really know. And with everyone having storage units, it's really hard to keep track of everything. But I believe at the end of the day, most people in the community, I would say like 99%, are just trying to make a video, just trying to make content. And for someone like me, I just love skins. I like anything that's tradable in CSGO that has any sort of value. It's interesting to talk about. And sadly, if you have something in a thumbnail of your video, it can go up in value, which is just nuts. So I think out of that situation, at the end of the day, it's just 2 guys making videos. At least TDM Jesus, I don't know too much about TrilluXe, but from what I've seen on his YouTube channel and from comments, people seem to enjoy him. Of course, if he has over 500 subscribers on Twitch, and of course YouTube, people must really enjoy his work. Let me know what you guys think down below. I, of course, don't think it's a good time to buy in right now because of this most recent kind of market manipulation, I guess, because we are seeing price increases like crazy. Just a couple things to note on as well. The breakout case is almost reaching $5, which I want to talk about in a market update later this week. And well, with that, once it reaches $5, I think we're going to start to see the market slow down a little bit and start to do a little bit of a turnaround, if that makes any sense. Things are just very high in price, especially to go all in right now on some of these items, especially all in on Steam anyway. Let me know what you guys think. Are you going to be taking this chance to sell off some of your items that since they got bumped up, you're going to do that? Or of course, are you going to drop them down in price? Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys are doing. Peace out.